Hello, my loves, and welcome back to another episode of the Energetic Shift podcast. And when you're listening to this, it is my birthday. Today is my 40th birthday, and I could not be more excited about what I've got to say in today's episode. So, as you listen to this, I am turning 40. As you listen to this, I have just had my book published today. Like, it is on Amazon. You can go and get it now. You can go and get your Kindle version right now, and the paperback will be coming to Amazon very, very shortly. But for now, the Kindle version is there. You can go and read this. The book's called Unruled, and it's out there for the world to get their hands on. And it's just such an incredible feeling. Not only is it my book, what I've done with this book, because it's a book collaboration. Last year, on my 39th birthday, so I knew it was like 12 months to my 40th, it was countdown, it was 12 months to go. And I wanted to do something different to celebrate it. I'm not one for parties. I don't want big like fusses and parties. That's a lie. I like fusses. I just don't like it in the form of a party. So I wanted to do it in I suppose, true Danielle fashion. I wanted to do it in a way where I could elevate other people. I wanted to create something that elevated other women and that also left a legacy that would like continue to be out there and working when I continue to get older, and I was no longer here, and these women no longer here. So I put together a collaboration. The book's called Unruled. It makes sense because it's also in true Danielle fashion that it's doing things our way. It's everything that I believe. It's everything that I bring to the world. It's aligned energy. It is beautiful, unruly women who did it their way, whatever it is, whether it is got over grief, navigated grief, or got over trauma, or got over situations in their life, past, business, relationships, how they grew a business, how they grew themselves, how they evolved. All different stories are in this book. And I want to talk to you a little bit about this in this podcast, about what being unruled means, and why I wanted to call the book Unruled, and why I wanted to bring together amazing women. My aim was 40, hence I was 40, right? My aim was 40. I got 35 incredible women and then myself, right? So there's 36 incredible stories inside of this book. Am I bothered that I'm 4 short? Oh my fuck, right? This is the most amazing. This book I read like cover to cover, physical book I read in 6 hours, I think it was. I could not put it down. I read it in 6 hours, the fastest I've ever read anything in my life. And this is a full, hefty book. I mean, this is the book. This is the book, ladies. This is the book. So it's proper full. All of those amazing stories in there. Breaking the chains, being unstoppable, doing it our way. Most of us weren't born like playing it small or not living up to our full potential. We're all born brilliant and whole and authentic. We're taught to play small. We're taught to follow the rules. We're taught to be agreeable. We're conditioned to stay safe, to colour inside of the lines that we didn't even friggin' choose in the first place. But some of us reach a point in our lives, and that could be in your teenage years, it could be in your 20s, it could be in your 40s, it could be in your 60s. Some of us reach a point in our life where fitting in feels far more painful than standing out. And that's where unruled comes from. That's my definition of being unruled. It's about questioning the expectations that you've inherited and deciding which ones of them have a place in your life and which ones don't. And everybody's different, and everybody's expectations are different. To be unruled means choosing authenticity over the need for being approved upon or approval of other people. Trusting your intuition over external validation. Creating your own definition of success. Refusing to stand back or hide in the shadows or shrink to make others feel uncomfortable. Living and leading on your own friggin' terms. It's not about breaking the rules recklessly. It's about realizing the ones that were never meant for you in the first place. And when you become aware of that, like, everything changes. And this book matters to me Because not only is it leaving a legacy and being able to carry our stories forever in the world, right? This book isn't just a collection of all of our stories. It feels like proof that women are rewriting the stories, rewriting the narrative, proof that there's no single path to success or anything. There's no single path to anything. All paths work, all paths lead there. You just got to pick your one and find your one. And that might seem unruly and rebellious to other people that are following different paths, but you got to choose your own. It's proof that courage is contagious, actually, because there's so many more of us that are unruly than you think. And inside the book, you'll find the voices and the stories of women who chose to do things differently. Women who have stepped away from the expectation and into true alignment for themselves. Each chapter is pretty much like a declaration. Like, you are allowed to want more. You're allowed to choose differently, and you're allowed to lead in your own way. And what it means to live an unruled life is refusing to settle for a version of happiness that doesn't fit, walking away from environments that diminish your spirit, ending relationships with family members because you just don't fit, walking away from romantic relationships that have sailed their course. You don't have to stay just because you have children. You don't have to continue to like this person because they're family. Living an unruled life also means healing generational narratives, changing the game. And I say this all the time, like, we are a generation of change makers. I don't live the same life my parents live. Living an unruled life also means choosing joy, freedom, fulfillment, even when it's unconventional. It's the courage to say, this may not make sense to everybody, but it makes sense to me. And what it means in business is this. Being unruled in your business means building success without sacrificing your peace, creating offers that align with your energy and your values, leading with authenticity instead of imitation, trusting your instincts as much as your strategy, defining wealth, impact, freedom on your own terms. It means understanding that the most powerful business model is the one that reflects who you truly are. And for me, being unruled is deeply, deeply personal. It's the journey for me from following the expectations or the generational conditioning to creating my own path, from doubting myself to now trusting myself wholly, from asking for permission and validation to giving it to myself, even though I do still like other people to tell me I'm doing a good job. But I cannot also give that to myself now. It's about honoring where I came from while refusing to let it define where I'm going. When I talk about the fact that, I don't live the same life as my parents, that's not me judging my parents' life. It's just not right for me. I honor where I came from. I honor my family. I honor my generations before me, but it doesn't define me. It's not who I am. I'm different, and that's okay. And that's why this book matters so much to me, because it gives a platform to showcase and to create more normal expectation around being different. It proves what's possible when women decide to trust themselves. So when you pick up this book, when you download your Kindle version or you get your hands on the paper book, you can expect this. You'll find stories of resilience, reinvention, courage, bravery, permission to challenge outdated stories and narratives and generations, inspiration to step into your own power, a reminder that there is no single right way to live or succeed. You won't just read these stories. You'll take them on, you'll feel them, and you'll recognize yourself in some of them. I promise you, more than one. I guarantee you, actually. And I wanted to create a bit of a movement behind the book because it's important to create a ripple effect from this, so more people that read this can see themselves and be like, that's me and I can do it this way too. This isn't just me publishing a book to say that I'm a published author. I'm already a published author, best-selling published author in another collaboration book. This was a chance for me to be able to give back continuously in celebration of my 40th birthday, of course, but also in celebration of the amazing women that are in this book. And I can't single-handedly do this. I don't want to do this on my own. So bringing these amazing women who are rewriting their stories and reclaiming their voices and redefining success and leading without apology It's about standing together unapologetically, authentically, and powerfully so that we can show more amazing women, future generations, because this is out there now, right? That doing things differently is safe too. So if you've ever felt the pull to do things differently, if you've ever questioned the rules of life or your parents or teachers or generations, or that you were told to follow, if you're ready to live and lead on your own terms, this book is for you. Unruled is now available, and go and grab yourself a copy, because this is an invitation for you to step into your own unruled era. So here's to the women who refuse to be confined. Here's to the ones rewriting the narrative. Here's to the bold, to the brave, and to the unapologetically themselves. Here's to being unruled. And I'll see you in the next episode.